Foxx here. So the bad man's gone. Matt Canada fired. I want to talk about Mutt today, and I had a lot of comments about the selling of the team talk that we talked about yesterday. I want to clarify some of that because they made some fair points about last year, and we'll go and clarify why this year's a little different than last year, etc. But first, the firing of Matt Canada, the best thing America's done since, I don't know, sliced bread. Did we do that? Internet? Something like that. But, it's great. Great. He's gone. Let's move on. I'm not that excited about our next offense coordinator. Just like an in-house Mike Sullivan. He was bad for the Giants, bad for the Buccaneers. But hopefully they know they can just throw the ball deep to Pickens. Like, just every time you see it, just throw it. It's that simple. That's the game plan. But anyways, let's talk enough about the Steelers. We talked about enough of that on stream. Let's talk about what's going on right now. So house rules, right? This was a glitch fest earlier when they put it in onside. People were just onside kicking to each other back and forth in the turducken turkey. Now, it ends the 7th, which is strange because they talked about this Blitz OT house rules mode coming during Blitz. So it might be that we have 2 house rules going out at the same time during Blitz, okay? And I want to clarify a little bit. So that's on its way. We'll see. But they disabled penalties, disabled kickoffs. Oh, no, sorry. Penalties are back. Kickoffs are disabled. So house rules seem to be working a little bit better. But, it's arcade, so you'll fumble a lot. Just FYI. Let's talk a little bit about the differences and why I want to keep clarifying comments yesterday. Because I got a lot of comments on my channel. And there were some, solid ones, right? Okay, let's go ahead and find some of them. It said JPG's part of Blitz. I don't think so. Maybe. I know that sell teams offers were so bad last year. No one bought them. People actually lost coins selling the teams. I would expect far worse this year. Now, solid point about last year and the Blitz store schedule. If you look at all these Blitz store offers, if you go through them, a lot like Most Feared, Fantasy Hero, Pro Star Fantasy Pack, Team of the Week packs right here. Hopefully, could you guys see that? Yeah, Team of the Week packs. We then have all Madden packs, Pro Elite headliners, Game Day, Team of the Week. We had some Legend packs in here somewhere. There's a Legends bundle on discount. So there was no Harvest discounts. So you're like, oh yeah, people that sold off Harvest cards lost a lot of coins last year because they didn't resupply Harvest cards to make those sets. And 2 factors to this. I do think the crash before the crash is going to be one of the bigger crashes we'll see on some of these high-end cards. So if you're looking for cards that aren't going to get supplied, like LTDs, for example, if you go ahead and you got your eye on an LTD, so if you look at the auction hub, and we talked about this, of course, before, but for something like an LTD at minned out price, say you really want a Adrian Peterson running back. He's literally at minned out price. Just buy him now. Just buy him. $385, he literally couldn't get less. The most you can lose in this card is $35K, okay? So he's not going to go down during Blitz. And I said this yesterday. There's some cards that don't go down during Blitz. So if you want it, grab it, right? We're getting 92. So the couple high overalls in Adrian Peterson, but are they going to be that much better than him? Probably not. If Adrian Peterson's your favorite guy of all time, grab him, okay? So we're getting 92s. We're getting rookies with speed rating boosts, so probably pretty good, okay? But it's also about the old cards, the old offers. And if you take a look at their teasers, which let me bring up their teaser here for a second about the house rules. I also, dude, why do they keep making these things earlier and earlier every year? 6 p.m. I'll have gravy on my lips by the time I'm streaming at 6 p.m. That's can't you go back to 9? Make it late in the night. 10 would be fine too. After the football games would be great. So, Blitz Premiere is just around the corner. Brace for thrilling new house rules, epic challenges, and draw-dropping deals in the marketplace. Come back 11:23 to be started, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you over on twitch.tv/ScottFox. Defensive ebook coming out here soon. Somebody asked me in the comments about that for members. So, anyways, with that said, last year's sets needed specific cards in those sets because we got them back B&D. This year is not the same case. This year, with the way the training market is set up and the way these sets are, it's almost, except for Most Feared, which you need 287 Most Feareds for a 90, but those things are generally the same value as regular 87s. It literally is just requiring any 88, any 89 to make 91s, 92s. Okay? So, while the Blitz offers and stuff will be different, the old cards that you sold off, if the cost of the input goes down, the card goes down. But I want to say something. Okay, I saw a lot of NMS people really angry at the blitz, and it's for good reason, right? It doesn't really cater to them. But the market moves, if you make them, are absolutely insanely profiting if you do spend money or don't spend money, okay? What you need to do is, with a release of a pack or a program or anything, say it's like an 88 pack, 89 pack, take a look at sets. The most profitable thing outside of, like, you know, even including investing, is doing these sets. When the prices of goods drop, the set cards are not in packs. These set cards don't change. So, for example, harvest cards. All right, harvest cards at 92 overall. People are going to be mad when they don't immediately drop second one of Blitz. And they might even go up slightly because people have sold over the cards and they want to buy by their team immediately for, you know, just playing like the new mode, okay? And so, like, everybody's going to be like, oh, Dexter Lawrence is up to 420 now instead of 402. Good job selling off your team, everybody. But if they drop an 89 offer anytime over the weekend, guess what? That's profit, right? 89s drop. If 89's dropping, right now 89's, I got it like 94, but you can easily find them lower than that in the market right now. 5 of those equals a 92. So if 89's go down to 70K, that's $350 to make the card. All right, and now that's not huge profit. It's not if you sell it for 400, 420, but trust me, there is going to be a ton of set profits, and that's just one example. There's so many sets in the game right now that you can take advantage of, that you will be able to take advantage during Blitz. Like, we'll talk about it during stream, but oftentimes I don't like to blow sets. It's not that one video where I showed every profitable set in the game. That was crazy. Outside of like a couple. There was a couple I left off of it. But I'm trying to illustrate the point to people that don't understand the importance of Blitz and some of these, what were they called? I mean, EA is obviously lying to us here. Jaw-dropping deals. Okay, well, I'll believe it when I see it because everybody's right. You're absolutely right, angry internet commentators. Last year's deals weren't great outside of like 2. There was like 2, and you were limited to like, was it like a limit of 1 on one of them, right? Only available for an hour. A 92 plus legend player for 1,500 points. People liked that one. I think it was like the 11 p.m. offers that were crazy. 88 overall platinum fantasy. It's points offer, so that's not as exciting. I will say that. So you guys are right, but that doesn't really mean the market's not still going to get affected. So the cards that are not supplied, yes, we don't really see a big drop in those. Just like last year, we had no harvest deals, so there was no real reason for harvest cards to drop because we literally couldn't make them anymore. So I just want to like clear that up because there was a lot of angry people talking about and selling their teams. And I think like, you know, a lot of people are angry because maybe they've sold their teams in the past and didn't profit like they thought. And just, you just got to know. Some cards will, some cards will not. So I wanted to explain that. You don't need to sell everything. You do not need to sell down everything. Obviously, the more coins you go into Blitz with, the more opportunity you have to make coins with them. But you don't need 13 million to make coins off Blitz. You don't need that many coins to make a lot of decent coins, okay? And like the ability also, if you have Liquid Coin Stack, to invest some of these cards because they're basically releasing. Let me see if I can find like Minka Fitzpatrick. Like some of these cards, outside of the set cards, which are the top cards, they're releasing them. Like Minka, he was crazy profitable last year because you bought him when he got released, and then he was no longer released until Reduxes. Although EA did try to screw us by Reduxing cards frequently after Blitz. Really soon. And you just sold them like a few days later for an increase of like 40%. So a lot of things are there. Hamilton, maybe we'll get another Hamilton this year. I don't know. They said there's going to be a lot of rookies at 92 overall. So we'll see. I just want to talk about that. I've seen some people talk about investing in limiteds right now and investing in Bijan. I'm saying right now, sure, you can grab Bijan. The issue is I don't like running backs or quarterbacks as investments because those are always the number one most hyped, most loved positions in NFL history. And so there's always a new one that they can release, and that's great. Now, if there's no running backs during Blitz at all released, I can see Bijan going up. The issue is there's a high probability they release a running back during Blitz, okay? So just like Adrian Peterson, when he came up, we were like, oh, we're not going to get another running back. And they released one like a few days later that was better than him, okay? So, like, that's the risk with running backs. We saw earlier this year where, like, Bo Jackson was the best running back for a while. It's like, that, like was mind-blowing, okay? but we really haven't seen that much of late or in any mud of past. So go ahead and invest in Bijan at 600K if you want, but it's not like he's 400K. There's a high risk that he does drop in price over the next couple days, but of course, risk reward, that's your kind of deal. And if you want to invest in Bijan, don't let a talking fox on the internet steer you otherwise. But that's kind of my thought overall. Bijan's a great running back. I love them. Check out Foxx 2 or the TikTok for Bijan clips, Bijan highlights, Bijan gameplay. It's over there, linked in the description for my thoughts on the card. But that's kind of what I want to talk about as far as more elaboration on Blitz. And I think like if you sell your team off, a time to buy is like right after you reveal all the cards, right? On our GMM that we're going to get, they're going to reveal the cards. Everybody's going to be hyped. People will actually sell off then, and then it's too late. It's actually probably worth at that time to buy back maybe some of these limiteds. Buy back some of these cards that maybe you sold off for a higher price. Because you just got to understand the crash before the crash is also important. So there's a lot of like nuance and things to talk about in regards to the market because there's so many moving parts and gears and ways to make coins off of it. Like a lot of people said like Mutt's investing is bad this year. Mutt investing has never been better. Okay, the problem with Mutt right now is packs and reroll are terrible. And then obviously the airs, but soon enough an air is going to happen in our favor. We talked about that yesterday, but right now it's probably the easiest way to make coins all year is this week, and I hope that EA delivers on their promises, because if EA doesn't deliver, then obviously all that's out the window, and I just made a fool of myself talking about this for 11 minutes and 30 seconds. But I think it's going to be good. And that's why we're there. All right, that's it. Bye. See you tomorrow.